Welcome, everybody, to yet another rendition of Delete Laws. What's going on out there in the land of America? How you guys doing? Canada, Colombia, across the world, the UK, across the pond. How is everybody? Cope, doggy dog is here. You got notified by X, huh, Cope? Cope's been with me since the beginning. Do me a favor, everybody, hit the like button. Hit the like button. It's the thumbs up button down there. Just hit the like button real quick. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. And then put in the comment section OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it in the comment section for me. Put it in there. OT mother effing O. OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. All right. So this is a Terry stop. You see the guy running right there? You see the guy running? This is a Terry stop. That black guy right there, he's taking off running. He got Terry stopped and he got caught with chemicals. That black guy right there got caught with chemicals. And there's another black guy going to arrest that black guy that's going to have absolutely zero impact on society or on the world at all whatsoever. Nothing. You're just going to ruin this guy's life so we can cancel it out because it's black. So, well, it's blue on black, actually. Anyway, point is, they're going to ruin his life. You're going to see. This is unbelievable what you're about to witness right here. Fasten your seatbelt, folks. Welcome to another demonetized YouTube video. Presenting from YouTube China, this is Delete Laws. They were put tasers behind the movie. He's going to tase him. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen when he tases him?
Get down! Get your hands behind your back now! Get your hands behind your back!
Taser deployed, sir, fire.
Get your hands behind your back! Stop resisting!
1642.
Did you hear him yell to stop resisting? You're going to find out in a second. He's not resisting anything, bruh. He says,
Do not move.
do not move.
Sir, give me your other hand now! Sir, give me your other hand now!
I'm not sure if there's
Give me your other hand now, sir! Sir,
Hey, Copper, Mr. Crime Stopper, are you not observing that his ankles are flat on the ground? Are you not observing, bruh? You can't see what's going on? And that he ain't moving, and that the crown of his head is at the top of the sidewalk?
hand now! Sir, give me your other hand now!
I'm not sure if there's
This guy's such a moron. JBTP, put it in the comment section. Jack, boot, thug, pig.
Give me your other hand now, sir! Sir, give me your hand!
Chille 3 MO with the first subject detained.
10-4-1 detained.
Anybody else picking up what I'm talking about right now? You see the guy's hand? Does his hand does the hand look like anything's going on?
Detained.
Does this?
Jet 10 for status.
Okay, pause. At that point right there, you take him out of the torture cuffs. You say, we have an emergency situation here. We're going to take him out of the torture cuffs. This guy's not, he's
5 Tyler 4.
Sit up, sit up. Sit up.
assessment skills, 0.
Subject hit his head on the pavement. We need fire.
That's his brains on the ground right there. You see right there? Those are his brains. He got tased. He hit head, crown right on top of that right there. On that sidewalk right there. And then he bounced backwards because he hit straight like a surfboard. Dong! Right into the tip of that.
Behind the Petco. Yes, sir. Start fire, please.
10-4.
Hey, run back to your car, get a med kit. Run back to your car, get a med kit. Sir, can you call 911 for me, please, sir?
This is where the guy just loses me. Can you call 911 for me? I about fell out of my chair. Did that copper who just tased that guy where his brains are on the ground, he's huffing, did he just tell a citizen to go call the police? Didn't he just say on the walkie to send the fire department? What kind of moron is this dude? Really? I mean, seriously, did you just not see what happened in that little time sequence right there? This guy's a total doofus.
Stay with me, buddy. You're okay.
Okay, so look at his feet. At that point, take the torture cuffs off the man and start seeing about that head wound instead of just leaving him set up. There's no standard of care. Put a one in the chat. He doesn't need to be in torture cuffs. And every single second that this last man's breath goes in and out of him, it will be him in torture cuffs. All he lived, all his life, all his memories, his mother, his sister, his brother, everything he ever was, he dies in a pair of torture cuffs.
Stay with me. You're okay.
He's not okay.
I believe we have 2 in custody.
What? This guy.
I think we're okay.
How about step it up? I got a major brain injury. Get EMS here now. He called for the fire department. Does the ambulance automatically come out with the fire department?
Lift the 3 now.
10-4, custody 3 listed, 1642.
I'm sorry, I just have a lot going on. Fire is en route, correct?
Did he just say he has a lot going on? You're not doing any care at all. If you have a head wound, let me explain something to you guys that you need to understand. If you get a head wound, blood is gushing out of that head wound. Blood is coming out. You could bleed to death right now. If he does not apply first aid to your brain, you could have a stroke with the loss of blood that comes from a head injury. Blood is pouring down this man. The cop is doing absolutely nothing to stop that bleeding. And that's the problem, my friends. There is no standard of care that is remedied. There's none. There's no standard of care. And that's the thing that I have a problem with here. He only knew violence. He didn't even remember he called the fire department. He forgot he was a copper. He told the citizen to call 911. What? What kind of moron are we hiring here? What kind of dunce cap is this guy? Really, on a scale of 1 to dumb, where is this guy?
That's where they're en route.
All right, just let them know that scene's secure and they can come on in. But partner, can you hear me right now? Just nod your head. Can you hear me? Partner, can you hear me?
What about the wound on his head? Oh, okay. So how much? We're 2 minutes in. 2 minutes in that this guy's in torture cuffs. He's been sitting there on the radio saying he's got a lot going on right now. And now the murder gloves go on for what? You're 2 minutes. This guy's bleeding. His legs are twitching. You're doing nothing, bruh. You're doing nothing.
Charlie 1, 1060.
10-4 Charlie 1.
Sir, can you hear me? Nod yes. Sir?
What
Sir,
a joke.
can you talk
I
to me?
mean, really, what a joke.
Sir, can you talk to me? Can you talk to me, sir? Stay up. Come on. Stay up. This around his head. Hey, partner, I'm just going to put this over your head, sir. I'm trying to keep
Oh my God. Oh my God. You would get better care from 6-year-old kids.
Talk to me. Sir, can you talk to me?
Can you talk to me? He's been incapacitated for over 2 minutes. You know he can't talk. You should go into EMS mode and stop the bleeding on his head.
Can you talk to me, sir?
Oh my God.
Stay up. Come on.
Stay up. There's blood dripping off the side of his head.
Stay up.
He's bleeding everywhere. Look at this.
Partner, I'm just going to put this over your head, sir.
You're not putting up tape for the end of a marathon here. You're doing care for a human being. You have on gloves. Take the torture cuffs off him, lay the man down, and render.
Trying to keep you from bleeding.
Pressure on the wound. Pressure on the wound. Be careful because it's a brain injury.
10-4 Charlie 2.
What? This guy's such a douche, man. Really.
Yep. Get it. Get it.
Is that? That's not his blood. No.
Sir, can you?
Is that his blood? No.
Can you hear me?
Is that some of that his blood in that? What is that? No, it was already blood. Ugh. So now, if you just go a little bit ways down here, I already did this yesterday. My comment disappeared. Like, what makes you start running? I put down here, ever been to the dungeon before? You moron. He had guns and chemicals in his car, which is not a good combination. Probably has quite a record already and panicked because he didn't want to have to spend the next 20 years in the dungeon. He should have thought ahead. You're an asshole, dude. You really are. It's really funny, but it's not. So, right here. In Baltimore, police warn body cam footage from a traffic stop in which one person was tased and later died in Anne County was released by Independent Investigations Division on the Maryland Office of the Attorney General. The traffic stop took place on October 29th in Gambrills. Police spotted guns and chemicals in the stopped car. Investigators said a 21-year-old dude named Levon Coleman ran away as he was being handcuffed. An officer chased and deployed the taser. Coleman fell and hit his head. He died. You mean you tasered him in the head, bro? You mean you tasered him? And that's what killed him? Oh my goodness. What is going on, everybody? Put it in the comment section. JBTP. Jack Boot Thug Pig. Jack Boot Thug Pig. I'm gonna do something right now. Let me see if my Hey, are you busy right now? How's everybody doing? What's going on? How's everybody doing? What's up? JBTP, Jack Boot Thug Pig. You know, so this is where your fight for qualified immunity would have some sort of really valid claim, where the cop claims qualified immunity because he tasered a guy. And so that that's where they'll invoke their qualified immunity. What's the truth? The truth is the man shouldn't have been tasered. He ran from a car, so we got the car. There's cameras everywhere. His face will be on camera. We're going to get him. You don't need to electrocute him. We're going to catch him. He's going to get caught. 100%. You have his car now, right? You got it, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Impound that car. And then you go to his mama's house and you go to his apartment and you put up a camera. You put a sign on it. And you say his name. Hey, Levon, you're wanted. If anybody touches this camera or anybody helps Levon, you're going to be accessory. And we're going to check the camera. And then you got a group of coppers sitting in a room watching a bunch of cameras to see when people come in and out of different locations so they can then effectuate a proper warrant, which would include a car pulling up and saying, hey, Levon, get in, bro. We live in a digital era. We live in an era that can happen. That's simple. SUV pulls up, back door opens up, get in, bro. The camera tracked Levon where he ran down that street, and then it tracked, you use the Ring network. There's just so many ways. And so Levon usually gets caught, but he doesn't have to get caught. Levon will turn himself in when you put enough cameras around his life where he can't go anywhere. You think cops aren't using facial recognition? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that cops are using facial recognition right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that cops are using facial recognition software right this second. I'm just wondering how many people think what I know. Cops are using facial recognition software right this second. That's what's going on. That is happening. That's happening. And the thing is you just saw it a second ago. You just saw that we're hiring the dumbest, lowest level knuckle draggers there are to be cops. What good person would want to be seen on camera jumping on top of other people, putting their knees in them, and people dying underneath the weight of all those men, putting dead men in torture cuffs? What kind of person signs up for that? Unless they have no other skills, no other options. They went to the military and then they think, oh, I should just be a cop now. Or you should expand your brain and your human capacity and do more with your life than become a tyrannical jackboot thug pig. Put it in the comment section. Jackboot thug pig. It's an absolute fact. Here's the kind of guys that we're hiring to be cop. Officer strangled ex-girlfriend, put a plastic bag over her head after she had a new partner. Closed caption television captures officer fleeing scene. He got look at the sentence, 16 years in prison. Put a 1 in the chat if you or I would get 50 years in prison if we strangled our ex-girlfriend and put a bag over her head. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? These are the kinds of people we're hiring to be cops because you can't get anybody else. This guy, just take a look at him. So he signed up to be a piggy. He can't do anything else. He can't entrepreneur. He can't write. He can't dance. He can't sing. He can't work in corporate America. This guy can't do anything else but be the jackboot thug pig that he is. Just plain and simple. Jackboot thug pig that he is. Let me show you the video. I got the video pulled up here. Let me show you the video. If he could do something else, he would. But he can't, so he won't. Am I wrong or am I right? Here's the video.
This is the moment a police officer attempted to escape after leaving his girlfriend for dead. Former Lancashire officer.
Holy shit. Oh my goodness. Have you guys been, oh my God. How has the sound been? Has the sound been okay? Give me a 5x5 if you can hear me okay. The mic was not turned on the whole time. I'm so sorry. Yeah, they're killing people left and right and left and right and left and right. They really, really are. So here's the video of the jackboot thug pig.
Sir James Riley. This is the moment a police officer attempted to escape after leaving his girlfriend for dead. Former Lancashire officer James Riley flew into a jealous rage when he found out his girlfriend Ellie Moxham was seeing someone else. At 11 p.m. on November 10, 2022, James strangled Ellie in a Manchester city centre Premier Inn hotel room for about 2 minutes. The 28-year-old fled the room, leaving her unconscious and having suffered a major brain injury. James first rang his parents, then dialed 999 10 minutes later. CCTV.
These are the kinds of people we're hiring to be cops. It's just the plain simple truth.
TV shows James erratically driving his Ford Fiesta through a car park. Manchester Crown Court heard James abandon his car with it bearing signs of a collision. He attempted to board a bus and then a taxi to return home. He withdrew £250 at a Tesco in Gorton before asking another taxi to drive him to Bradford. When James arrived at his parents' house in West Yorkshire, his mother alerted the police and his father locked the door. James tried to escape out of the bathroom window but was caught by police at around 4 a.m. that night. Today, James Riley of Preston, Lancashire was sentenced to 16 years at Manchester Crown Court for attempted murder after pleading guilty to the offence. Follow for more.
Just a few bad apples, though. He's just one of the bad ones. Oh, sorry about cancel. Sorry about that.
This is the moment a police officer.
He's just one of the bad ones. I didn't intentionally RAPE. Officer suspended and charged for RAPE woman while she was feeding her child. I'm so sorry. Did I misread that? Charged after R-ing woman while she was feeding her kid? What? Just a few bad apples, though. It's just a couple of them. Just a couple.
Steelton Police Department less than 2 months. Now he's in Dauphin County Prison, facing multiple felony charges.
In any field, there are going to be people that commit grievous offenses.
In this case, a Steelton police officer. According to the charges filed by state police in Likens, Justin Hain raped a woman while she was feeding her child.
We need to take action very, very quickly to ensure that they're not continuing to carry a gun and carry a badge and potentially abuse their power.
Put a one in the chat if all of them, they might not be doing this. Not every man's going out and RAPINGing women. That's just not the truth, no matter if they're a pig or not. It's just not the way it is. It's not how most men are hardwired. Most men are not hardwired to do that to women. I mean, I would hope not anyway. So this guy right here, he's one of lots of bad pigs, though, who do exactly what he does.
Court documents say the woman told police she told Hain to stop and hit him multiple times. She says at one point, Hain pushed her head into the couch and she couldn't move. According to the criminal complaint, the woman then waited for Hain to go to work before going to a friend's house and calling police.
The bravery of the victim is imperative and is remarkable. She did a phenomenal job in bringing about justice so that someone else won't be victimized.
Investigators later asked the woman to call Hain and recorded that conversation. The criminal complaint says Hain repeatedly apologized and said, quote, "I didn't intentionally rape you." Hain is now—
You gotta be kidding me. He actually said those words. You have got to be kidding me. Let me just hear that again.
Quote, "I didn't intentionally rape you." Hain—
What the flock? Are you kidding me? Are you joking me, dude? You are one sick puppy, bro. Something's wrong with you, bro.
Hain is now in Dauphin County Prison on $50,000 bail. One condition if he makes bail is to have no contact with the victim.
We asked for more specificity to make it clear that they couldn't come within any distance, specified distance of the victim, her home, her place of work.
Hain is facing charges of rape, deviant sexual intercourse, and 2 counts of sexual assault, as well as 2 other misdemeanor charges. His preliminary hearing will be held next week.
I mean, we know why guys like this do this, right? We know why they do it. They do it because they believe that they're untouchable. They believe that they can do whatever they want because they're so used to being able to do whatever they want. They believe that they're tough because they throw people around and jerk their arm behind their back. And then they go say later, you see, I just jerked his arm up and then he didn't do it. I jerked his arm up again. Like, bro, I'm not fighting back. Like, I have trained and taught grappling, martial arts, MMA in my lifetime. I'm allowing you to do this to me. But they literally believe that they're this powerful being that can do whatever they want. And then you see the moment he gets shackled up like a pig, the moment he gets put under the hot seat, this guy cracks like a cheap egg, really, like a low grade egg, and immediately says he didn't mean to RAPE that chick. I mean, this dude is an absolute criminal. So here's what I did. I was driving back from a wrestling tournament. You can see I've got a little baby goo on my We Don't Stop hoodie. I got I'm going to get more medium and large this week. So I'll have more medium and large in this week. I already made the commitment to get those done tomorrow. So I'm just going to get another dozen medium and another dozen large. But I was driving back from Utah and I saw a copper on the side of the road. And I was like, I have OCD about it. You know, when I see someone pulled over by the coppers, I can't help but want to go over and make sure I film that interaction. Number one, to protect the person. Number two, because it's my right to be press. And so when I saw the interaction, I had to make a decision if I was going to, because I had this scheduled. I scheduled this live before I was on the road. And then I saw the coppers. And once I put down my name that I'm going to be here with you guys, I might be a couple minutes late, but I'm going to be here. And so I got this inside of me. Do I pull over and film it? And it's broad daylight in Utah on the side of the highway. And I pull over on the highway and I film cops. You guys have seen me do that all the time. And so I had to make a decision what I was going to do. And I thought to myself, you know what? Here's what I'll do. Because you guys know I do a deal every day. So what I thought I would do instead is get back here and try to put these cop cards out into more people's hands. So I lowered the price to $7 and you do them 2 for $10. It's on the website now. So that's what's up, Playboy. That's what I did because I thought to myself, well, if I'm going to miss my live to film this copper and maybe nothing happens here and I just sit on the side of the road for 20 minutes and film this copper, or what could I do? Get back, make my live, lower the price of my Fifth Amendment cop cards so that you have the card in your wallet, make it $7 and take down the, let's remove the print at home. Sorry, excuse me about that. Let's take this print at home trifle. Let's take the print at home ones off there. Let's remove the print at home Fifth Amendment cop card because it's $5 and they can get this actual credit card for $7. So let's do that. Let's take the print at home card off. There's just no point in having it up there. Yeah. Because these don't do me any good sitting in my box here. And so they do people good if you have them in your wallet. And what I thought to myself is if the guy in the truck had the driver Fifth Amendment cop card or he had the trifold in his car, what could I do to incentivize him to get it? And so this is just my mind. I mean, obviously you guys know this stuff consumes me. This stuff literally consumes my thought processes every single day. And so I'm going to do I'll do a series coming out. It should be super interesting. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. I'm just going to show it. I'm just going to show it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll just have to tune in.
There's a parent of a student corrections officer is under investigation for threatening to arrest students on a school bus. The officer is a parent of a student at Northside Elementary in Coweta County.
The man stepped aboard a bus like this one right here, raised his voice at the children, and mentioned a couple of them by name. The report says the school bus driver, after the incident, had to pull over because the children were scared and needed to calm down.
It happened on the morning of January 5th.
Could you even imagine if a cop got on your kid's school bus?
Coweta County Sheriff's Office says 37-year-old Christopher Elder
Does he have to be a little beta male? Does he have to be? He does, doesn't he? He has to be a little beta male twerp that you don't talk to my. Look at that guy. This guy jumped on the bus, started talking trash.
Christopher Elder boarded a school bus, identified himself as a law enforcement officer, and threatened to arrest students for bullying his son. Elder is an officer at the Coweta County Correctional Institution. He is not a sworn officer. The sheriff's report says Elder told the children, quote, "Bullying is illegal. I have handcuffs on my hip, and I am not afraid to use them."
What? Torture cuffs. I have torture cuffs on my hip, and I'm not afraid to torture you with them.
Happens again, I will contact your parents and will have you arrested for harassment and bullying.
What? What the flock? Dude, you can't do that. Put it in the comments. Jack, Boot, Thug, Pig, JBTP.
The report says the bus driver told Elder that she would take care of it and that he should not enter the bus again. According to the report, Elder then met with the principal of Northside Elementary School and told her about getting on the bus, saying he may go to jail for his actions, but that it's okay. He's a man and he can take it.
What? Bro, the dungeon's for no man. The dungeon's the dungeon. It's not worthy. Even you, Piggy, a dungeon's not the right place for you. We got to change it.
Principal Amy Addison saw the video from the bus and was, quote, appalled. The warden of the Coweta
Ooh, that video would be good, wouldn't it? I'm going to hit up my buddy Nick in Florida.
County Correctional Institution, Larry Clifton, sent a written statement, quote, "We are aware of what happened on the school bus and immediately began an internal investigation. This type of behavior is unacceptable and we're handling in accordance with our policies. We are also cooperating with the sheriff's office during the ongoing investigation. We hold our employees to a high ethical standard of conduct and any inappropriate actions will be handled accordingly."
I did go to.
I mean, let me ask you a question, and this is a legitimate question. What would you do if your kid was on a bus that a cop jumped on that bus and started screaming and yelling that he was going to arrest kids, mention them by name, maybe even your kid's name? What would you do? What would you say? How would you feel? Well, no, what would you do? What would your action be if a copper jumped on the school bus and started screaming at the kids? Stop the school bus.
To Christopher Elder's home today. He answered the door, but told me his superiors advised that he not talk about the incident. The sheriff's report says this is an active investigation. And Elder.
Oh, it's active, folks. It's active, one of their own. If Christopher Elder is in tight and he toes the thin blue line, and there's been an incident or two, let me tell you on camera, okay? If Christopher Elder towed the thin blue line on an incident or two where someone's arse was on the line and they needed Christopher to lie on his report, and they all know, everybody knows, all of those good cops, they know that Christopher Elder did some BS. And then if they all collude together, and if Christopher Elder is one of those colluders, then his sergeant, lieutenant, captain, corporal, commander, whatever they want to call themselves to make them feel like they're alphas, they will then protect Christopher Elder. If he has not towed the thin blue line and he's given his superiors any flack, then they'll bury him so they look like, because there gets someone there who'll toe the thin blue line and kiss my ass. It's a fact, Jack. It's a gang, and don't forget it. It's a whole gang. But remember what this guy just said, and with the emphasis he put on it.
Report says this is an active investigation.
Oh, it's an active investigation. Put a 1 in the chat if you know for a fact absolutely nothing will happen if that pig has towed the thin blue line.
Elder has not been charged with anything.
What are you going to charge him with? Menacing, maybe? Threat? I mean, what are you going to charge him with? Is there a charge? I mean, come on. Really? I mean, don't get me wrong. I hate cops. I mean, I'm one of the top cop hating channels in America. I don't hate the man. I hate the cop. There's a big difference. So there's still no charges. Okay. We can't charge people. It's ridiculous. He got on a bus. He made an ass out of himself. He should get suspended from work without pay for a month. I mean, that's what he should do. He should have to apologize to those families, have a sit down kumbaya, with the kids. Not for us adults who know that cops are swine and there's not much we're going to be able to do to make them better till we rebuild them and defund them and create a better organization that actually is for human care instead of violence and killing. So for the children, though, going through the reparations of that incident, for them to hear from the man that he made a mistake and he shouldn't have behaved that way, regardless if he's a pig or not, is not relevant. Regardless if he's a cop or not, and he acts that way in front of kids. I'm very tight with my family, and when I've ever been out of line ever, I've always said I'm out of line. You know what I mean? Because the kids are watching, and kids only learn by what they see. That's why you protect the iPad and the computer so much, because if you can keep their eyes young until they hit their teenage years, it's a little better. It's, you know, keep them as young as you can, believing in Santa Claus as long as you possibly can. And I think it's a better life for them and a better life for you.
Hold on. Why are you arresting her? Why are you arresting her?
It's just like America. It's just like America. It's the wrong person. They're Met officer charged, assaulted and wrongly arrested the woman over bus fare evasion in front of her kid. Woman had to pay the fare. He battered her to get it done, though.
What is going on? Boss, why are they arresting her?
I mean, you know what, though? It's not. I mean, let's watch it again. And what would happen in the United States of America if this black woman physically resisted in this way? So just watch.
Arresting her.
Okay. They're locked up together. She's locked up with that copper in the UK. She's actively resisting right there, questioning why they're arresting her. In the United States of America, what would happen to her within 1 second? Oh, she's right there. She's trying to get away.
Boss, why are they arresting her?
Okay, right there when she did this little shimmy right here, this little shimmy number. Let me run this back here. Right here.
Boss, why are they arresting her?
Right.
What is going
See
on?
her legs?
Boss,
Boom. Right there in the United States of America. What happens to her? What happens to her? Face on the ground. Victor got it right there. She would be face down on the ground the moment she started to scoot her little hips backwards. The moment she started to back away. It might not even be the cop who's got the torture cuff on her. It might be a cop from the side who tackles her from the side. He sees her trying to flee. They tase the other black guy, and he died. He crammed his head into the concrete, and he died. So, I mean, listen, the reason I lowered these down to $7 is so that they're cheap and you get 2 for $10. And the reason I did it is because if you just do what's in the yellow, as soon as you see a cop, you see I start filming. Number 2, cop says any words to you, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Doing those 2 steps slows down the interaction between you and the copper. The process of the copper coming up and saying something to you, and you see the cop and you say, I invoke my First Amendment right upheld by Turner versus Driver. And you start filming. Now the cop has been put on notice of something, and now he's going to say, I need to see your identification. And you say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. I'm literally just reading off of the card. The only time the yellow and black card comes out is when a copper is in front of you. And then he's going to repeat, I need to see your identification. And I'm going to say, that's going to be number 4. And so I'm going to say, while filming, I plead the Fifth Amendment. I identify as good citizen. The law is in the blue, officer. Hibble versus Nevada with Raz, citizen must state how they ID. Do not give ID without probable cause. It says it right here, officer. Now, do I need to give you, I'll give you this card. You can read it. Do you have probable cause to arrest me? That changes the entire complexity. Now the conversation is over the 3 steps you just did on the card. The cop wants to interact with you. Cop walks up to you in the mall, on the sidewalk, in the bowling alley. The cops walk up to you. Hey, what's going on? You get your Fifth Amendment cop card out. It's the yellow and black card in your wallet. You do number 1 right away. Cop cited. As soon as you see the cop, I invoke my First Amendment right. Cop says any words. Hey, were you guys just in that fight over there? Number 2, cop approaches and says any words at all to me. While filming, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. The Fifth Amendment's unequivocal. Cop loses qualified immunity for questioning you any further. What'd you say, officer? He can't ask me the question again if I was involved in the fight over there. I just read him that I invoked my Fifth Amendment and that if he continues to question me, that it's unequivocal that he loses his qualified immunity. And it is a federal civil rights violation. But you have to say it out loud. You have to say the words I'm saying out loud that are on this card. If you don't say those words, it's not a federal civil rights violation. If you just say, I don't answer questions, that is not saying I invoke the privilege of my Fifth Amendment right. 2013, Salinas versus Texas. The black robe tyrant said it's a privilege, not a right. It's a privilege. You have to invoke your privilege. I didn't make up these rules. I'm creating little tools so that you can navigate the world where the black robe tyrants are creating obstacles between your liberty and your life. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I mean, that's pretty much, that's all I do all day, every day. That's, I mean, right? I mean, well, you'll see.
Why are they arresting her? Is that her son?
You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
Can you tell me what she's done, please? No. Why not? That's not. It's my sister. It's my sister. What's she done? Over a fucking bus pass. Why are you handling her like that? She's a fucking woman. She's a woman. She's a woman. Oh, Becca, go over there. Don't hold her like that. Look how they're treating her. A fucking woman. Disgrace. Fucking disgrace. No. I know that my sister is being manipulated and manhandled by 2 men. That's what I can see. No need for that.
When someone's later commits a suspicion of offence.
What offence is that?
Fair evasion.
Huh?
Fair evasion. bus fare evasion. Are you freaking kidding me? We spend hundreds of billions of dollars on wars. When does public transportation just become public transportation that's provided? I mean, just think about it. Oh, that's socialism, is it? Why can't the subway be free? We spend billions and billions of dollars on wars. Why can't that money go into the people? Why do we have to have this system where you got to chink, 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 chink on a system already built that has been paid for, that we could just pay for the upkeep if the government bought it? I mean, the government buying anything and taking it over, oh my God, it should be paid off so that we can travel on the apparatuses already built. So there's not some guy making billions of dollars every year off of the masses because he has the apparatus. It's just so, we live in such a backward society. I'll bet you never thought about it. Have you? Did you ever think to yourself, you know, the subways should be free and public transportation should be free? Why do we need to pay for that? Oh, you're a socialist. You think? I don't think so. I mean, I still make profit. I drop these down to $7 so they'll be more accessible to more people. 2 for $10. It's on my website now. I changed it. The price isn't going back up because I want it to be more accessible. I'm not a socialist. I'm a capitalist. I make $2. I still make money. How much money do I need to make, though? Right? At what cost? At the cost that people will tell me in an email, hey, Chille, I was waiting to get your product till paycheck. Whoa. Whoa. If I sell 1 million of these and I make $2, I made $2 million. So I still made money. How much money do I need to make? How much is enough? I could put these at 15 a piece and just leave them up there and people will buy them. I'm definitely a capitalist. How much is enough, though? I'm not a socialist because I want people to be able to get around the country. We have people who are going to the space for fun, spending billions of dollars. I'm glad you did well in life. We have structures and apparatuses that are already created in our country that we continue to charge and rape people for, ripping the money out of their pockets. It's so horrible. Why can't Los Angeles, why can't here in LA, why can't we have meters that you can pay with your cell phone? And then after 5 o'clock, you're going to get a ticket. You can't park there. They need that lane to be able to, for the traffic to be able to flow through. Why can't all of them be with an app so I can just pay them? So I don't get a $75 parking ticket. I currently just got a ticket from LA. I didn't see it on my car. It doubled, and that's $155. For what? Who gets the money? For me being parked somewhere for 10 minutes too long. Who gets the money? No, you're a socialist. Oh, I'm a socialist? Yeah, you're a socialist because you want things for free. Oh, you mean I want things that are already paid for to be free? Or maybe even a nominal fee? That's something where it can keep the upkeep of something, but it's not a profit center?
Fare evasion on a bus. That's what this is over. Really? Wow. 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 And you got nothing better to do with your time.
I've heard that numerous times. It gets old, sir. Do you pay your fare when you get on the bus or a train?
Right. It doesn't matter. It's not that the bus fare isn't, not that it shouldn't be paid, but grabbing her this way without you could stop her without doing what you're doing to her is what he's saying.
I don't get a bus.
You don't get a bus.
Yeah. Her son. Look at her son. Look at her son.
You know, by the way, it's the wrong person altogether. This wasn't the person they were looking for. It was somebody else. It was somebody else. He got charged. They track. So in the UK, you can see the footage everywhere. So they tracked down the footage, and it was the wrong woman altogether. Just absolutely ridiculous. I saw this yesterday. You want to see a real jackboot thug pig. I'm talking about, and just so you know, how do I say that properly? Is it a real jackboot thug pig? Good to see everybody. How is everybody doing today? I should jump in and say hello. What's going on, Clown Patrol? How are you, Will? Writes on. What's up, Playboy? JT Soup. What is going on? Everybody hit in the comment section. OTVO, eyes wide open. OTVO, or Jackboot Thug Pig, put it in the comment section. Lenny, so I can read some names here. John Smith is here. What is going on? Porks TV. What is going on, Porks TV? How's everybody doing? This video you're about to see is what epitomizes the jackboot thug pig culture in the United States of America. In the United States of America. This is exactly the jackboot thug pig culture. And what I really wanted you to take a look at, we're going to watch it back 15 times, as you know how I do. Good to see you, Clown Patrol. Chris Alder, what's going on? Sal, Team DLZ, what is going on? What is Dan Hanlon? What is going on, my friend? Basil, what is going on? April, good to see you. How are you, hun? Victor, Roger, Avery, what is going on? Lazy Hayes, Derek Morris is here. What is going on? Wyatt Elder, Chevy, what's going on, Playboy? What's going on with the Playboy? This epitomizes everything bad about pigs. Gloria, this epitomizes, Gloria, this is going to make you sick. Gloria, I want you to watch this. This is going to make you sick to your stomach. Watch what the other pigs do when you see what this pig does. How do I say that cleanly? Watch what this copper does to someone in torture cuffs, and watch what the other coppers do and how the other coppers respond to what this copper does. Now, everything gets, I'm not going to say anything else.
Vamos. Hey. Oh, you fell, dude. Why'd you fall?
He twisted him and threw him flat on the ground. See them right there? He's got him by the torture cuffs right there.
Hey.
Now right there, you see his foot, his right foot is raised up off the ground. The copper's is. If you look closely, I've already watched this 50 times. He's got his foot up off the ground.
Hey.
You see that? He tripped him. And now look at this guy's head. The back of his head. What do you think is going to happen? What's going to happen to his head? Oh, his hat pops right off his head. His hat popped right off his head. This copper trips him, plain as day, twists him around.
Hey.
See his foot right there? Your foot can't go between someone else's legs.
Hey.
Oh, do you see that? He whipped around. You see that whip?
Hey.
Now, see the guy's got a hat. He's got a hoodie on his head. And then he just voila, like he's a voila, like one of those bull guys where they call him a matador, just moves out of the way as he whips him to the side. Ooh, that man's in torture cuffs. Ooh, now you can see the head smack the ground. As remember, torque is everything. It's not how hard you punch, it's how hard you're able to punch and twist your arm, your body, your wrist, everything. Ooh.
Oh, you fell, dude. Why'd you fall?
Look at the other cops.
Why'd you fall? Get up.
Look at the other cops. I'll let it play for 10 seconds straight. Watch. All the other cops see what he does. Now, we already broke that down frame by frame. So now look past him and look at the cops up by the taillights to the left. Watch those other cops. They see it. Watch what they do too. Watch their reaction to when you see another guy get plunked onto the back of his head.
Hey.
Oh, they're coming. Look. There they are.
Why'd you fall?
Look at that. Any reaction? Anything?
Get up.
Absolutely nothing. Nobody says anything? Nobody does anything? Is that what you're telling me?
Let's go.
Instead, you can hear the man crying. Literally, there was just a cry just right there. Listen to the cry.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's a cry.
New video shows the moment a Waukegan police officer threw a handcuffed civilian to the ground.
Hey. Oh, you fell, dude. Why'd you fall?
CBS2 obtained body camera video of the
Let me just stop it right there for 1 second, okay? Let me just stop it right there. The other guy, it looks like he's a trainee. He's wearing shorts. Maybe he's a trainee or he's from that other vehicle. I don't know. But how can you do this in front of a trainee or a civilian or the other person who's there? You can see it. I'll go back so you can see it. You see the guy right there to the left wearing the white Nikes and the shorts with the jacket. He's got some sort of emblem or something around his. Do you see it right there to the far left? You see the guy with the khaki shorts on, and he has some sort of emblem or something in the middle of his chest. I can't see what that is. But it looks to me like I'm a trainee. I don't know, why would he be dressed like that? But now the response of these two supervising officers, the older one is in the back, must be the highest ranking one.
CBS.
And they give absolutely no response. If you're the civilian or the trainee on the scene and you see that lieutenant doesn't even bat an eye when you whip a guy around, smack him on the back of his head. He didn't even bat an eye. He don't care. Doesn't affect him at all. What do you think then? That's perfectly fine. If someone doesn't do what you want, when you go in torture cuffs, you just whip them around, smack them on the back of their head. It's perfectly fine. Last week, I saw Johnson do it right in front of Lieutenant. He didn't say anything. Really? Yeah. What did he do exactly? Johnson had this dude. He had been a smart ass. And then Johnson took him, whipped him around, smacked him on the back of his head. Lieutenant was right there, saw the whole thing. And Lieutenant didn't do anything? Nothing, man. Didn't even say anything. Oh, wow. Okay. What do you think you're going to do then? What do you think you're going to do? If this is the standard operations, if this is the standard in practice, then that's exactly what you're going to get. What'd you put right there? Did someone say that? I thought I saw something. Oh, that's what I thought. Half my family is cops. It's awful, delete laws. Listen, all I can do with y'all, right? You guys watch the abuse on the channel. You guys see what I see. Every video I watch, I share with you. Sometimes we even browse the internet together, right? How many people here browse the internet with me as surfing through the different sites where you're sure to find a jackboot thug pig is violating somebody's rights? This is all I can do. I've now priced my products down to where I can price them down. I have them as low as I can go. That's what I can do. And still be a capitalist. I still make money. But that's what I've done. So teach people about the Fifth Amendment cop card. Teach them how to use it. Your best bet against these jackboot thug pigs is using the Fifth Amendment cop card right away. Going through number 1, number 2, number 3. If you get pulled over, invoking your Fifth Amendment right away. Using your camera like a ninja warrior. These are the things that I can do right now. Now, when I run for governor and I win, I can change these policies from the top down. And so I thank you for your support as we continue forward on this journey. We don't stop. Put in the comment section. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a trifold in your visor right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a trifold in your visor right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a cop card in your wallet right now. If you have these things right this second, put a 1 in the chat. This is everything that I can do from sitting inside of a studio. This is all I can do right now. We don't stop. We don't stop. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I got a heart out, you guys. I got a heart out. I have someplace I have to be. I'm actually late, but I wanted to spend this time. I want to try to go live every single day, communicate with the people, get a Fifth Amendment cop card and give it to a friend and teach them what I just taught you, that you go down the checklist 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Teach people. The Fifth Amendment's the most powerful amendment right now. Your First Amendment to film and your Fifth Amendment to remain silent. You have to invoke both privileges or it doesn't work. They've rigged the system against us, that you have to invoke your rights, then do it and do it on camera so that you can get that jackboot thug pig in federal court if he violates your rights. Oh, I saw this thing today that I got to get the flock out of here. But I saw this thing today where they said that this means something. I've done this my whole life when I talked. So if this means something, it doesn't to me, just so you guys know. I saw a thing today when I was driving back from Utah. You know, you're scrolling and looking at the thing, and this doesn't mean I talk like this. I've always talked like this. So this is no Freemason or white power for me. This is no gang symbol. This is how I talk. Chevy's been here since the beginning. Bruce has been here since the beginning. Greg, all you guys have been here since the beginning. So, you know, I've talked like this since I began, and I've never been Illuminati. I've never been Illuminati. However, I'm not Illuminati. I wish I was rich enough to be Illuminati. No, I don't. If I did, I would have my prices jacked up, and I don't. So that's the way it is. All right, I got to get the flock out of here. I'm late. I hope I don't miss the wrestling too much of it. I got to go. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Later, Gators.